What's going on, people? What's happening with you? It's the boy J Riz Lewis. I've been actually doing some thinking, right? All this talk about tuning and exhaust work, headers and all that stuff. So for my vehicle, I got for Cherry, I bought some headers or whatnot. I want to say a few weeks ago, not that long ago, probably about a week or two ago. But I bought some headers, and I did get them ceramic coated, right? Got it ceramic coated. Now, here's another thing that I've been thinking about. Since I don't really plan on keeping the headers, I plan on going with another kind. So I'm not so much worried about keeping it for like 10 years or whatever, right? Because I'm one of those type of guys that I'm always looking for more power or whatnot. So I gotta keep modifying, right? So I was doing some research last night, and I'm actually thinking about wrapping the headers. All right. Now the wrap that I have found was, that actually sounds good or whatnot, and it looks like a lot of guys are starting to use it. Is the titanium wrap. I think it's from DEI. I want to say. Design Engineering something. I don't know the whole thing. I forgot it, but yeah, they have this titanium wrap, which is a lot better. Supposedly, not a lot better, but supposedly you don't have to go through all of those things like, soak the wrap, or gotta get the wrap moist, and spraying the high temp silicone over the wrap after you install it or whatnot. You don't have to do any of that at all or whatnot. You just wrap it. And from the photos, I'll try and put in the video. But the photos I've seen of the headers that are wrapped in the titanium, they look sweet. And for some reason, I've always liked that look, because it reminds me of like Street Fighter. You know what I mean? Some people, you might think like, why the hell does that remind you of Street Fighter? Because it looks like, to me, it's like having the hands wrap. You know what I mean? No, in Street Fighter, who was that had his hand wrapped? Ryu had his hands wrapped. Ken had his hands wrapped. I want to say. What's that dude name? That annoying as hell to be. I know a lot of kids nowadays wouldn't know what I'm talking about, probably, but probably older cats will. Damn it, what is his name? Sagat or whatnot. The dude that was like, if you played the game and played through it, and you know what I mean, this dude was like he was like the mini boss. I guess you could say, right? He was like a mini boss because he was hard as hell to beat. And anything you do, you know what I mean, he gonna hit you with that tiger or that fucking tiger uppercut, right? But anyways, that's what it reminded me of. So I'm like, damn, what would be a cool, like, I've been thinking like what would be a good like theme for it? And I thought about it like a Street Fighter car, like a Street Fighter or whatnot. You know what I mean? Have the headers wrapped like as if the hands are wrapped or whatnot. And actually, that's about as far as I got on the Street Fighter thing. Everything else, I I'm gonna tell y'all everything what I do to it as I go along. I don't want to say it actually ahead of time and then not do it, and then somebody else takes the idea. You know what I mean? There's certain stuff with cars. I mean, there's certain modifications you want to keep quiet until after it's done. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I want to wrap my headers. Now I do know of the risk or whatnot. Like, I know the pros and I know the cons. Now, with the cons, I'm not too much worried about, because like I said before, I do want to get different headers. You know what I mean? Because later on, I'm going to go with a bigger cam, and I'm going to go with bigger heads, and, you know, I do plan on pro charging it, the motor or whatever. So right now, it's just to wake up the motor, I guess you could say. You know what I mean? It needs to breathe better. So I'm gonna go with headers. And now, with the headers being wrapped, for some that don't know, now what that would do is the dissipating heat from the headers, right? And the worst headers to put on your vehicle, if it's like a street vehicle, or I guess you could say your daily driver or whatnot, the worst ones to get is bare headers. And I will try to post a link to another video that I watched about bare headers or whatnot. Bare headers and ceramic headers. Now, with bare headers, your car is gonna be hot as hell. Not only that, you're gonna burn up all kinds of things in the vehicle. You know what I mean? Wires, hoses, because it'll be so hot. Not only that, let's say you have an intake, right? Now your intake is gonna be sucking up all of this hot ass air, all of it. You know what I mean? And your engine won't perform well. You know what I mean? Because now there is some math to, like, degrees and all this or whatever, and why you want your under hood temperature to be cooler. Is they say for every 10 degrees cooler the motor is, you gain 1% of a horsepower. You know what I mean? So I guess you could say with street racers, which I don't condone street racing, but for street racers, that's a lot of times why they race at night, because it's cooler, right? And with the cops and all that stuff, but it's cooler, right? Not only that, but you know what I mean, but back to your headers and your exhaust. Now, with bare headers, from the video that I watched, which and some reading I was doing, bare headers get hot as hell. I'm talking about 800 degrees hot, right? Like, we can, you know what I mean, drive the car for 15 minutes, get a pan from the house and put it on the headers, and, you know what I mean, let's cook some eggs. That's basically what you could do. That's not good at all. Now, it's I mean, having under hood temperatures that hot or whatnot. Well, okay, let's say it's not that hot, but that's what the headers is pushing out. You know what I mean, bringing off, whatever. Now, with the ceramic headers, it is a lot cooler than the bare headers, a lot cooler. And there was, in the video that I watched, they were hitting it with the with the thermal gun, I guess you could say. I'm not too sure the name of the tool, but they were with thermal gun or whatnot. And the ceramic headers were like around 100, about 150 degrees. 150, probably a little bit hotter, right? But the difference between the ceramic headers and the bare headers was about 400 degrees or more. No, it had to be more because it's about 800 on the bare, about one something, high ones, low twos degrees on the ceramic headers, right? So now, my headers that I have currently right now are ceramic, right? So they will perform a lot cooler, but now that remaining remaining heat that dissipates from the headers, I want to wrap that and keep that inside the headers. Now, the reason why I want to do that is for exhaust scavenging or whatnot. It promotes exhaust scavenging a lot better and does a lot more for you, which in turns I mean, your exhaust is hotter, which escapes a lot faster. Boom, right? I mean, coming out a lot faster. So you're getting rid of a lot of stuff a lot faster when you're doing that. Now, there is things that come into play as far as if you drive the vehicle in the rain, or if you drive it in the snow. You know what I mean? The wrap would get wet and get moist, and it can rust out the headers, this and that. But now with rust, if your headers is already ceramic coated, you don't really have to worry about rust at all. I mean, probably still. I mean, you can probably still. Bumpy road, huh? You could probably still spray the headers before with the high temp silicone, and then wrap it with the titanium wrap, which is, I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with that. But the manufacturers, they suggest not to spray the silicone over the exhaust wrap. At least the exhaust. At least the titanium wrap, right? They don't want you doing that. They said they don't need it. So, but damn it. I'm actually here picking up my daughter right now from her school. Daddy duties, you know what I mean? I'm gonna connect with you guys in a sec, or in a little bit. All right. See you in a bit. All right, sorry about that. So basically, with wrapping the headers or whatnot, you can, like I said before, keeps the heat in, better scavenging or whatnot, and the only downfall that you can have is premature of the header, premature failure. Premature failure can happen. But I mean, in performance or whatnot, from what I was taught, if it doesn't break, it ain't doing its job. I mean, think about it. In a long line of list of different people doing different things with cars, as far as racing, off-roading, even jumping them, hopping them, as far as, like hydraulics or whatnot. You're gonna break stuff. It's part of the game, you could say. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. Yeah, I
But as far as repping the headers, it's a good thing. You know what I mean? Because I mean, there's your pros and cons, right? The pro is you can gain horsepower from it. Oh man, because number one, your under the hood temperatures are a lot cooler, so your intake temperature. In other words, your intake manifold temperature, whatnot, and all that is cooler also. So now you're starting to get cooler air. Not only that, is that all that pressure that's inside the the headers and exhaust, whenever it's shooting out because of the exhaust scavenging from it, right? So that's why I want to do it. I know a lot of people may, disagree, but I want to do it. That's something I want to do. I would not, right? And like I said before, I love the look of that for some reason. I can't tell you why. I just do. But other than that, I guess I'm signing off for now. Talk to you guys later. Remember, like, subscribe, be easy, and also love, peace, and happiness. Have a good one.